A U.S. soldier shot 5 fellow soldiers at Fort Stewart in Georgia this morning. President Trump's special envoy met with the Russian President, Vladimir Putin, and subsequent calls with the Ukrainian president and European officials offered a glimmer of potential peace. Victims of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell raised their voices even louder against their crimes and any moves toward clemency for Maxwell. And there is a large and important move at the federal government level away from research into mRNA vaccines. We will have information on all of those stories. But first, we start in Georgia with our Skyler Henry on the shooting at Fort Stewart. Skyler, thank you for being with us. Catch us up. I know there was just a briefing moments ago on the latest we have learned.
Good news here, Major. All of those who were shot are expected to be okay. That is according to Brigadier General John Lewis, who is the commander here at Fort Stewart. He gave us a bit of a timeline in terms of what happened here just before 11 o'clock today. That's when officials say that the suspected gunman, 28-year-old Cornelius Radford, opened fire here on base. Essentially a workplace shooting, for lack of a better phrase, injuring 5 of his fellow soldiers before being subdued by other soldiers who happened to see what was going on, tackling him and waiting for law enforcement to then arrive. We got a bit more of a breakdown, essentially detailing what happened here, while also learning a little bit more about Radford himself. We know that he is 28 years old, from Jacksonville, Florida, has yet to see combat. Officials are still trying to get to the bottom of exactly why he decided to do what he did. As of earlier today, they say that there are no records or incidents of note as it relates to disciplinary actions. Something of note, however, is that officials say that Radford opened fire with his personal weapon, not his military service one. So they are still working to figure out exactly what prompted all of this. We know that he has been interviewed, has been questioned. He is being held right now, awaiting further detentions. Pardon that, we are on an Army base after all, so that was what that loud explosion was there. As for those who were taken to nearby hospitals, we know that 3 of them required surgical intervention. They were taken to trauma hospitals. The other 2 were taken to another hospital nearby in this area. Keep in mind, we're about 45 minutes away from Savannah. And so, we are still learning a little bit more as this is all continuing to develop. More good news here. Those who are here, they say that it is all clear. Folks are safe in this community as well. A little bit of background about Fort Stewart: 288,000 acres, more than 10,000 soldiers, families, and others live on this base. And so we are continuing to learn a little bit more as this situation continues to develop. But again, the 5 who were shot earlier this morning expected to make a full recovery. The suspect who opened fire is in law enforcement custody, and all of the surroundings here in and around the base appear to be okay.
And Skyler, there is probably a bit of a delay, so I want to alert our audience to that. But let me ask you this. You said that other fellow soldiers subdued the suspect. Did that happen without incident, meaning he was not injured, no gunfire was required in that process?
As far as we know, there is not any reports of any sort of traded off gunfire of any sort. What Brigadier General Lewis said was that the soldiers who happened to see what was going on noticed that the suspected gunman Radford was opening fire, and that is what prompted them to take action immediately, ultimately tackling Radford to the ground, subduing him until law enforcement was able to get there and apprehend him. And as I pointed out, he was questioned. We are waiting to learn more if we get more information this evening as to what could have possibly been a motive, whether there's any sort of mental health situation, if there was some sort of frustration at work. We don't know those answers just yet, but officials say that they are working to try to get to the bottom of why what happened here earlier today happened.
With all the latest details for us, Skyler Henry, I much appreciate it. Thank you, sir.